Okay, so Python 3.4 came out this Sunday. There's a lot of new stuff in it, but I read the docs so you didn't have to. So let's recap. In Python 3.3, because most of you aren't using it still, they reverted the change and put you back in front of strings, so you can use this. It doesn't do anything. They added yield from, which you should check out. They added virtual env to the standard library. Those are pretty much the largest changes. Now to Python 3.4. The biggest change, of course, is async IO. I think even people who have an idea what it does miss the point, because the point of async IO is kind of the WSGI for event loops. Before WSGI came, you had web framers like CherryPy and Zope and I don't know what, and you always had the server and you had the tools for those servers, and you couldn't use the tool with a different server. And then WSGI came, made a nice API so all the tools can talk to all the servers and everything's good. So this kind of brings together the ideas in all the event loop libraries and makes a nice API that they can all use and interoperate. So it has all these buzzwords in it. Another thing is they added ensure pip to virtual env. So if you actually build a virtual env in Python 3.4, you get a pip installed, which may not be that useful for Linux, but in Windows it's great because you have pip, you install Python and you have pip, which is perfect. Then some changes to the standard library. They added an enum module. They added a pathlet module, so you can build paths like this instead of os.path.join and all that arcane stuff. It's all object-oriented. They added statistics, so you can actually build compute stats in a numerically stable way. Then, this is a little change. You have a CLI that gives you the source code of any Python function you can import. They added a new method to regular expressions, which I kind of missed. They have text shortening and the changes to the interpreter itself. They finally fixed the problem where if you have reference loops with objects that have the del method on them, they wouldn't get garbage collected. So that's good now. Python starts 30% faster, which, if you did something for Android, for example, it's, click and wait. So this is great for that. If you know what these mean, you'll be happy. I know I already implemented some of them, and it was always, I wish there was a library for this, but it's 5 lines of code, so nobody makes a library for it, and you don't want to have dependencies on it. So they finally added some of these nice things to the standard library. They're also continuing to make more objects as context managers, so you can use with them. They're also adding new signatures, adding the signature functionality to objects, which is also new in Python 3, so you might not be familiar with it. But they're kind of making the whole library more uniform. And that's it for this talk. I have 2 more things I want to say. First is that my employer, Red Hat, has an open house in Brno on the 9th next month. So if you want to come, you're welcome to come.
Brno!
And if you don't care about Red Hat, then you should come to some other city for a Python meetup like this one.
Yeah.
Do python.cz.
Jak to počkej,